I wanted to show you the conditions out here on the road. A little bit of some snow on the road itself, but underneath it is just a sheet of ice. There are still cars and trucks going along the road, but officials are warning to be extra cautious for those high-profile vehicles. As a member of the special response team, you get gear like this vest to keep yourself safe. The airport's decision to turn to private security stems partly because of the increase in customer service complaints against the Transportation Security Administration. In fact, the snow will continue to fall as we go into the evening hours, if not increase in intensity. Pretty good, and so far, as we've been talking about, not much snow here in the Bozeman area, just a skiff of snow, but it's enough to get everyone ready for the storm. About 4 flights between now and 7:15 this morning, and the airlines are not actually adding more planes, but they are actually adding more seats. And here locally at Over the Top, as 10% of the sales of specials just like this one are donated to local organizations. Currently, this is the only interchange for the town of Belgrade. Great shot of the sunset as we overlook the mining city, a snow-covered mining city. 22 degrees the current temperature, 0.08 of an inch of precipitation. Nice to see those numbers. And it's thanks to organizations like AMR that this family right here was able to enjoy a traditional Thanksgiving with the whole family.
Wow, all of a sudden?
It's like the flip of a switch, and all of a sudden we have these
all these fires going. It's nuts.
It's actually very perfectly correlated with the weather. You know, we were cooler and wet for a good chunk of May into the first part of June. Now all of a sudden we warmed up, we've dried out, and this is what we get. We actually do have red flag warnings in effect right now as we take a look.
Your accurate forecast from Adam Bell starts now with live Storm Tracker Doppler. They're accurate to the point.
And speaking of that live Storm Tracker Doppler, there's a shot of it. Pretty quiet conditions in southwest Montana. Not expecting much in the way of snowfall. In fact, quite the opposite. It's going to be a chilly night because of the clear skies. I'll just let you know how chilly in just a couple minutes. But we did see some snow in the last 24 hours. Numerous snow reports across most of western Montana. In fact, right around the Bozeman area in Gallatin Gateway, there was reports just outside of town at 13 inches of snow. Quite a bit over there. Further to the west, out toward the mining city, in Jenny, we had 3 inches of snow. And even off to the east, out in Livingston, we picked up quite a bit of snow at 6 inches. So quite a bit of a variety of amounts of snow. But everyone saw snow, and that made those roads a little bit slippery, and it also made our high temperatures a little bit cooler today. As we look at what's going on right now, as we take a live look at the mining city, being partly cloudy out there at the airport right now, 9 degrees. It's a chilly evening. I do expect the numbers to get well below 0 in Butte. So bundle up tonight into tomorrow morning. It's going to be a chilly one. Out in the Gallatin Valley as we overlook Bozeman, pretty quiet conditions. More of a clear sky being reported right now, but a similar temperature as in Butte. We did hit 28 for a high temperature today in the Bozeman area. In the mining city, 27 over 14 for the highs and lows, and nowhere near records, but still, it's nice to see a little bit of precip. We picked up 800s in the bucket today, almost bringing our total for the month up to 900s and almost getting us near average for the month of February. We need to catch up on those drought numbers across much of Montana. 28 over 22 in Bozeman. Of course, it's colder now at 9 degrees over in the Bozeman area. And there are your numbers across much of the region. We're looking at some cool numbers, mainly due to the fact that we had the extra snow on the ground, reflected a lot of that sunlight, didn't allow us to warm up nearly as warm as we like to get. And then the clear skies tonight combined with that fresh snow, spelling a very chilly night, probably one of the colder of the next 7 across our area. So we're looking at a clear sky for tonight in our True View forecast. Maybe a few clouds late in the day on Monday. Not really too worried about that. I am watching a bigger storm system off to the north and west that's going to roll on through possibly as early as Tuesday afternoon and evening. Another bout of snow possible Wednesday and Thursday. Nothing more than what we saw in the last 24 hours. In fact, probably less, but we still have the chance for some slick roadways as we head toward the middle part of the week. But a chilly night in Butte tonight, -6 here, 0 up in Anaconda. Dillon scraping above the 0 mark at 6 above for the overnight low. Tonight, or tomorrow rather, across the Butte area, 27 in Butte itself, 34 out in Whitehall, so we're still going to be below average for our high temperatures tomorrow afternoon. In the Gallatin Valley, we're looking at temperatures sticking around in the single digits to teens, below 0 in a few places, so a cold night for many of us. As we jump to the high temperatures tomorrow, we are going to see again some pretty chilly afternoon highs. And a quick look at the 7-day forecast. First, looking in the Bozeman area, we are looking at temperatures hanging tough in the 30s tomorrow, but then we're in the upper 30s to low 40s over the next several days. It's good to see those mild numbers sticking around much of the region. Over in Butte, again, a chilly start tomorrow morning, below 0. After that, we say goodbye to the minus sign and we say hello to some very mild afternoon highs pushing near 40 degrees by Saturday afternoon. As we look in the Dillon area, also looking pretty good. We're sitting in the mid-30s, or mid-40s rather, by Saturday afternoon. And finally, West Yellowstone, teens tomorrow, but we do warm up into the upper 20s to near 30 degrees by next weekend. That's a look at your latest forecast. Health Watch is next.
The cutthroat come into these shallow systems like this, and the great thing is then bears and other predators can easily access them, and that's the importance of the cutthroat. The lake trout that are out here, they don't do that.
Protecting the cutthroat trout is a priority in Yellowstone National Park, as this species has a huge impact on the entire ecosystem. But why do these fish need protection?
Somewhere back in the mid-'80s, it looks like some fishermen or other members of the public made a decision to take some lake trout and transport those fish here to Yellowstone Lake.
The exposure to this non-Yellowstone National Park native fish has had a huge impact on the cutthroat population.
The late 90s and early 2000s, we counted over 8,000 cutthroat coming up a stream like this to spawn in the spring. And then each year into the early 2000s, we counted fewer and fewer and fewer, to the point where around 2003 or 4, we counted 1.
Over the last couple of years, the park has stepped up its efforts to reestablish the cutthroat population by finding ways to reduce the lake trout numbers. One of the efforts to reduce the trout in Yellowstone Lake is using the gill net behind me here. And this boat is one of many that are out there helping to reduce the lake trout population.
So they sit on the bottom, they have a lead weight here on the bottom that goes along the length.
With traps like the one seen here, hundreds of fish can be caught within a matter of minutes. Today's catch?
I don't know, we probably got 150, 200 fish.
In total this year, 275,000 lake trout have been removed from the lake. But it's not just about catching the fish. Science is playing an ever-increasing role in this effort.
And what we've tried to do is cordon off certain sections of the lake so that if a fish moves to the north, we know it. If it moves into the west thumb, we know it.
And while progress is slow, officials say they are seeing signs that their efforts are making a difference in the lake ecosystem, something they hope to continue for years to come. Reporting on Yellowstone Lake, I'm Adam Bell for Montana's news station.
It's been pretty important for us to be able to get together because it's not that easy where he is right now.
The Antonucci family was able to spend Thanksgiving holiday enjoying the meal as a family, thanks to American Medical Response, who helped bring Dad, or some call him Grandpa, home for the holiday.
Any other way he wouldn't be able to get home. So it's really a blessing for us, and it's enjoyable. I mean, it's a chance for us to see people smiling instead of worrying.
AMR, as part of their Home for the Holiday program, offered free rides to those who needed assistance in getting to their home for the holiday meal.
It's a big time help. I mean, it takes a lot of time and effort for us without the equipment to move them around and try to get them places. And
it's thanks to organizations like AMR that this family right here was able to enjoy a traditional Thanksgiving with the whole family. How important is it, you, John, to be with your family on a holiday like Thanksgiving?
Oh, man. Well, it's about the only time we get together as a group.
Woo! Happy Thanksgiving, John.
Which makes it so much fun. To be with the little Rugrats, you know, and he's trying to wake up here. He's trying to figure out what the heck's going on.
And now that John is here, it's all about making sure everything is ready for that ever-important, thankful meal.
My daughter's bringing the shrimp. She just texted me this morning, says, bringing plenty of shrimp. Good. And so it's, you know, it's totally different than eating at the rest home.
And with the help of AMR, the Antonucci family hopes this tradition will continue for years to come. In Bozeman, Adam Bell, MTN News.